Okay guys, how are you? Hope you're well. All hangovers gone after the grand final. What a grand final it was. Well, not really. It was pretty underwhelming, to be honest. I think once the Bulldogs got behind 14-4, there was no coming back. But the last time you will ask some questions now, and I appreciate them. And I want to just take this opportunity to thank every one of you for taking time to write a question down to send it to me each week. It's been much appreciated. Let's start this week for our last time with Peter Rutten. He says, what do you think of the alleged James Graham biting incident on Billy Slater? Well, Pete, it wasn't alleged. Mate, I can see with my own eyes, and even though they were a bit hazy after 12 cans of Tui's, that he bit him. It's clear and simple. I think he'll be looking down the barrel of either a 6 to 10 week suspension, in between there somewhere. And the funny thing is that about James Graham is that he's had such a great year. We've seen no niggle in his game, we've seen no foul play whatsoever. And to save it for the last game of the year seemed a little bit bizarre. I can only say that he was probably he just come on the field when this all happened, and the adrenaline just took over. Quite simply, he had an out-of-body experience, but he shouldn't get off for it. He should pay the price, unfortunately. Nia Siaki Takuno, hope I said that right, who asks this question: is Craig Bellamy the greatest ever coach, or does he have to do a Wayne Bennett and win a premiership at another club? I think he does. Yeah, I think Bellamy and Desi Hasler are very similar coaches, but if Bellamy's going to be better than Bennett of all time, he's got to go to another club and implement the same type of structures that he's developed in Melbourne and win a comp with that club from base. At the moment, he's got 3 players in his club, in Cameron Smith, Billy Slater and Cooper Cronk, who've been probably the top 5 players in the world, not just in the NRL, or, but in the world. And he's got them in his team, so he's a lucky man to have them. But I'd love to see Bellamy maybe coach the Warriors or someone like that and see how he went. Might be a different story, it might be payday as well. Warwick Gibbs says, do you think we need to cut wrestling out of our game? It shits me. I want to watch footy fast and flowing. Well, Woz, I think you're right on the money, mate. But I think the only way we're going to cut wrestling, look, I think clubs are always going to employ jiu-jitsu coaches or wrestling coaches. But I think if we reduce the number of interchange from 10 down to 4 or 10 down to 6, you won't have enough energy to wrestle. If you just practice, if you're watching this now and you've got a mate next to you, get him in a little full Nelson or a wrestling hold and see how much energy you put into him to try and hold him down. It takes a lot of energy to wrestle. But if you're tired, it's the last thing you want to do. You want to get off him and get back to the play the ball. So reduce the number of interchange, and all of a sudden wrestling stops overnight. You watch, mark my words. And finally, the last question of the year goes to Neville Reid, who says, MG, what's your opinion on Andrew Joey Johns becoming the newest Immortal? I'm happy. I think that if you just judge Andrew Johns for what he's done on the footy field, and that's what the criteria is for the next Immortal, he streaks ahead as far as anyone I've played against. Most dangerous player to play against. I've never played in the same team as him, which is a bit of a regret for me. But I thought maybe Mal Meninga would have been maybe in front of him. But mark my words, Mal will be one day as well. And I hope Norm Provan doesn't miss out as well. But Joey Johns, as far as changing the game as a halfback goes, he was number 1. The first halfback to really tackle like a back rower. The first halfback to try the little crossfield kicks and the little banana kicks in the middle of the tackle count. And he was never scared to run to the line. The ultimate footballer. The game's best footballer, along with Wally Lewis, in my opinion. So kudos to Rugby League Week for the announcement of the Immortal, and kudos to Joey Johns for getting it. Have a safe summer. Enjoy your test match in a couple of weeks' time. But from me, from this side of the camera, it's bye for now, and Merry Christmas. Let's hope 2013 brings you some nice presents. Bye.